Welcome to Game Face Ohio's High School Hoops. Brought to you by TSC, Greavy Sales and Service, Premier Event Concepts, Owen Kitchen and Bath, B.A. Windsor & Son, and the Lima Elks.
The Van Wert Cougars are led by a talented group of seniors, but tonight they face a tenacious Wapakoneta defense, and we have it for you next on Game Face Ohio.
Tailgaters Drive-Thru, located just south of Lincoln Avenue on Defiance Street, has the best pizza in Wapakoneta. Tailgaters Drive-Thru is hot food, cold drinks. Tailgaters Drive-Thru on Defiance Street. We've got what you're looking for.
So, you think just because you're from a small town, you can't have everything that the big towns have? Wrong. At TSC, we offer over 300 digital cable channels to you right here in the heart of the Midwest. Surprised? Don't be. We're TSC. No contracts, no gimmicks, and everything is straightforward and down to earth. Order your digital cable package today, and the HD is free. Now you're talking smart.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome into Wapakoneta High School, where tonight the Van Wert Cougars come to town to take on the Redskins. We welcome you into the Tailgaters pregame show. I'm Dan Hearn along with James Smith, and we have WBL high school basketball for you this evening. The Van Wert Cougars come into this ballgame 11-4 and 4-2 inside the WBL. They're coming off a 59-44 win at Bluffton. And they'll be facing off against the Wapakoneta Redskins, who come in 5-11 and 2-4 inside conference play. They are coming off a 53-33 loss versus Liberty Benton. James, as we start the Tailgaters pregame show tonight, these two teams in overall record are kind of far apart. But when you look at their WBL standings, they're only a couple of games apart. So this game might be a little tighter than what the overall records would show.
And in talking with both coaches before the game, both coaches kind of feel the same way, Dan, in that, you know, if you're Van Wert, Wapak's a team that scares you. And if you're Wapak, you know, certainly this is kind of a measuring stick as we get into the middle of February, heading towards the latter part of the season, you know, in terms of Wapak kind of gauging where they're at and their improvements they've been making.
As always, during the pregame show, we take a look at the keys to the game, and they're brought to you by Greavy Sales and Service. Here's the keys to the game. James, what are you looking at when you see these two teams? Well,
first for Van Wert, they want to attack the defense. Wapak's going to play a multitude of defenses against them. They want to contain the big three of Wapak in Buzzard, Greavy, and Bertram. And when they get their rebound defensively, they want to push the tempo. For Wapak, they want to contain Myers, who's coming in averaging over 19 points a game. They want to utilize their size in the interior, and they want to get back in transition to stop the transition there for Van Wert.
That size differential could be the biggest issue that Van Wert has to overcome. They're a talented group and senior laden. There's 5 seniors on this roster, but they do not have a tremendous amount of height on that roster.
No, and Wapak does have a size advantage. The key is going to be being able to get the ball inside and then being able to capitalize on that when they get inside, whether it's fouls, get to the line, or whether it's converting those buckets inside 6-8 feet.
Your keys to the game are brought to you by Greavy Sales and Service. For all your automotive needs here in Wapak, visit Greavy's Sales and Service. That'll wrap up the Tailgaters pregame show. When we come back, we'll take a look at the starting lineups for tonight's ball game. It comes your way next on Game Face Ohio.
It's your special day. Remember it forever with Premier Event Concepts, professional event and video production. Let us tell your love story.
Owen Kitchen and Bath Showroom has been family owned and operated since 1990. We can help you from start to finish with your entire project. Let one of our professional designers put the final touches on your project. Owen Kitchen and Bath now has 2 showrooms to better serve you in Wapakoneta and Lima. Owen Kitchen and Bath, cabinetry that will take your breath away at prices that won't. When you see an orange truck, you think G.A. Windsor & Son Company. But the next time you see an orange G.A. Windsor & Son truck, we want you to think green. Why green? Because G.A. Windsor & Son are the original recyclers. Using a modern fleet of trucks, G.A. Windsor & Son Company collects food co-products from restaurants, food retailers, and food manufacturers in Ohio, Indiana, Michigan, and Kentucky. These food co-products are used to manufacture quality livestock and pet care feed ingredients. So the next time you see an orange G.A. Windsor & Son truck, think green.
Welcome back into Wapakoneta High School, where tonight the Van Wert Cougars in town to take on the Redskins. I'm Dan Hearn along with James Smith as we get you set for the start of tonight's ball game. And let's start by taking a look at the roster for the starters for this visiting Cougars team. And James, we talked about the seniors on this team. It's a pretty talented group. Who is the leader of this group?
Well, it's going to be first led in terms of the go-to guy is going to be Jacob Myers, coming in averaging over 19 points a game, a little over 4 rebounds a game. And then Joey Hurlis is going to be the floor general. He comes in averaging almost 10 assists a game. Throw in Chad Phillips, Reggie Phillips, and Joe Moonshower. And it's a solid starting 5 for Van Wert.
Over on the other side are the Wapakoneta Redskins. And
the same starters they've had throughout the season with Alex Greavy, Andy Ballard, Jake Buzzard, Caleb Bonnet-Hubel, and Travis Bertram. And, like we talked about previous, they're going to have a little bit of a size advantage, so that'll be something we want to focus on tonight.
The Van Wert Cougars are led by Dave Freilich. He has collected over 400 wins. He got his 400th win this season, so he's an institution in Van Wert.
Yeah, he's been there for quite a while. I actually had the fortune of playing against him when I was in high school, and that's been 15 plus years ago. So he's been around for a while, excellent coach, and runs a first-class program.
And the Wapakoneta Redskins led by Matt Bradley.
Coach Bradley's doing a great thing here in Wapak. The kids are starting to buy into what him and his staff are preaching. And the defense certainly has been their consistency over the last 6 to 8 games, and look for that to continue tonight.
All right, we're just about set for the opening tip. And let's take a look at the officials for tonight's ball game.
The 3 officials, Paul Stoll, Dan Holland, and James Stoll will be the people making the most important calls of the night.
All right, as we get set for the opening tip, James, what is the main factor that you think will decide who wins this ball game?
I think the biggest factor is going to be tempo. Wapak being able to get back defensively and able to control that transition game that Van Wert loves to push the ball up and down the floor. All
right. 2 teams are shaking hands at the center circle and getting ready for the start of tonight's ball game. A Western Buckeye League contest. Van Wert comes in, as we mentioned, 4-2 inside the league. Wapakoneta 2-4, so not a huge difference as far as the standings go. And the ball will come down to the Cougars. Joey Hurlis holding the ball. He leads this team in assists. As the Cougars try to feel out this Redskin defense here in the early going.
Looks defensively that Bertram's going to have no help side responsibility. That ball's going to get tipped out right in front of us. Bertram's going to have 0 help side responsibilities. He's going to face guard Jacob Myers to start with defensively.
Well, the Redskins defense doing what they want to do, and that was control that end of the court and keep them from getting a good look. They go underneath, and Bertram takes the first shot attempt for the Redskins, but can't complete it. That's something we should see a lot of, is the Redskins going underneath. Neither team wants to get into scoring early on here.
Well, defensive intensity has been very good to start the game, as both teams look like they're focused and ready to go.
Hurley backing it in, kicks it to the other side. Now back to the top of the key for Hurley. And he'll float one in for the first points of the night.
Good job of Hurlis, able to get inside the middle of the lane. And smart decision there against Wapak sides, able to settle for that little 8-foot jumper instead of trying to get all the way to the rim.
So the visiting Cougars strike first, but back down to the other end, and Buzzard drops one in from 3.
That was one of the, talking to the Vanwert coaches, Buzzard, they said at any time, at any place, gets on a streak, and it's a good start if you're a Wapak fan.
And we saw him get hot against St. Mary's a week or so ago. And that key to an early run for the Redskins.
Wapak switching out the defense. Myers able to elevate right over Andy Fowler. Able to convert.
Nice jumper from Myers. Vandenheuvel took an extra step before he got that one off. So a turnover there for the Redskins.
If you're Coach Bradley, though, that's multiple times that they've been down the floor at the offensive end where they've tried getting the ball inside, doing something from the inside out. So that's certainly what their game plan looks to be.
Big advantage for the Redskins having Buzzard, who can go in both places. Vanwert again trying to set something up offensively. And if either team is controlling the tempo so far, James, it seems to be the Redskins, although there's a three-pointer dropped in by Meyer.
Once again, Wapak lost containment of Myers, and coming in averaging over 19 a game. Certainly that's one that you don't want to let get rolling if you're Wapak.
And Meyer is coming off a 20-point performance against Bluffton. So right at his average. Again, they go underneath. Vandenheuvel kicks it back outside. Now Greavy will take the jumper and he dumps it in.
Good patience there by Wapak at the offensive end. Vandenheuvel didn't have anything, so he settled on kicking it back out to Greavy. Greavy did a good job.
Quickly down to the opposite end, and Hurlis banks that one in.
There's that tempo, Dan, that we've talked about.
The Redskins have done a pretty good job of containing that on the first few possessions by the Cougars, but there obviously Hurlis was able to work it down the court quickly. Nice job by Fowler. After losing the handle, to slap that one away. That's the second turnover of the night for the Redskins.
2 subs in, Adam Henderson and Brandon Miller checking in for Wapak.
Cougars with it. Meyer into the lane. Had it slapped away, gets his own board, puts it back up, no good. And Buzzard there with the board for the Redskins. Cross-court pass. Now they go underneath, and Buzzard lost the handle. It'll go out of bounds, but off the hand of Phillips. And back to the Redskins. Fowler with a three-point opportunity. It won't go. And the rebound comes down to the Cougars. And again, Meyer, good communication there.
Yeah, Hurlis did a good job of recognizing that even before he crossed half court, giving a hand signal to Jacob Myers to cut back door, and that's exactly what he did. Defense had their head turned. Easy layup for Vanwert.
Another travel. Maybe, I believe at least the third turnover for the Redskins, and it is.
A.J. Smith checking in for Van Wert, coming in averaging 7.5 points a game, a little over 6 boards a game. He sees a significant amount of time for Van Wert.
Alec Temple also into the game for the Redskins. He gives them another big body underneath the bucket.
Joey Hurlis able to recognize the defense, went underneath the screen, able to just step up and knock down a 3.
7 points now for Hurlis. And Alec Temple gets his name in the scorer's book quickly as he drops one in, back it in. The Redskins have hung pretty close so far, but they can't afford to give up too many of those. And a timeout going to be taken. 2:12 left in the first quarter, and the Cougars build a 10-point lead, 17-7. We'll be back right after this.
At Greavy Sales and Service of Wapakoneta, Ohio, we value a customer who is determined to get what they want. Some might call you stubborn, obstinate, or even mule-headed. That's why we at Greavy Sales and Service are considered West Central Ohio's no-grief car dealer. We offer a 30-day satisfaction guarantee. See sales for details. With over 150 pre-owned vehicles in stock to choose from, with certified technicians to help you with all of your repair and maintenance needs. Greavy Sales and Service of Wapakoneta, Ohio, your no-grief car dealer.
Back here at Wapakoneta High School, and the Cougars on the road here to take on the Redskins. They lead 17-7 with a couple of minutes left here in this first quarter. And James, one of the keys to the games for this Redskin team was to contain Meyer, and so far they've had trouble doing that.
Yeah, he's got 10 points, but the biggest thing is, as we talked about, tempo, is Van Wert's able to get the ball down the floor, as here's to get another leak out by Phillips.
And Buzzard came in with the swat there, but goaltending. So Reggie Phillips will get his first 2 of the night.
I think on that play, I think Coach Bradley actually had a pretty good beef as the ball had yet to hit the backboard. That was kind of an anticipation call.
And right now, things not going well for Wapakoneta as far as the tempo goes, because the Cougars are running up and down the court. Now a 14-point edge for the Cougars. And what was bad news for the Redskins to start out with was containing Meyer, but now Reggie Phillips is starting to get into the scoring column a little bit.
Well, Van Wert's doing a good job of looking up the floor, dribbling with their head up and able to get the ball down. And there's another layup.
Meyer is going to get the bucket and the foul. I believe he gave that one to Andy Fowler. That'll be his first foul. See some subs for the Redskins and Cougars coming in now. Kyle Gibson into the ball game along with Alex Greavy coming back in for the Redskins. And into the game for Van Wert is Nick Wolford. And Meyer makes him pay at the charity stripe as well. Now just a minute to play here in the first quarter. Bertram backing in, lays it off the glass, it won't go. And the rebound comes down to the Cougars. A lot of contact in the lane there, and Hurlis not able to come up with a shot. Bertram to the opposite end, won't go. You would think, James, that the Redskins would have a bigger advantage on the boards, but they, on the last few trips down, they haven't got a second chance opportunity.
Man, we're doing a good job in their defensive principles of going to their man when a shot goes up instead of turning and going to the rim. They're doing a good job with the boxing out.
Buzzard drains the 3 there. And the Redskins are going to need a lot more of those to erase this 14-point deficit. Phillips with it, top of the key. Back over to Hurlis with 10 seconds left. The Cougars look for the final shot here in the first quarter. Top of the key, Hurlis. He drives into the lane. It'll go hard off the back of the iron and no good. After 1 quarter of play here in Wapak, it's the Cougars 24 and the Redskins 10. You're watching WBL basketball on Game Face Ohio.
For over 100 years, the Stolly Insurance Team has been looking out for you.
We have access to major insurance companies all over the country. And together, we can customize an insurance program that will offer you the best coverage for the best premiums.
Let us look out for you. Give us a call for a personalized proposal today.
Proudly featuring Motorist Insurance, Stolly Insurance in Lima, Wapak, Salina, and Lakeview. Representing Motorist Insurance Group and other fine insurance companies. Stolly Insurance.
Here we have another look at that goaltending call. And James, did you see anything different on that?
Yeah, and that's kind of what Coach Bradley was, talking about with the one official was the ball had yet to hit the backboard, and from that replay, I think Coach Bradley was correct in his assessment.
From sitting right here, it almost didn't look like the ball got up high enough to get in the hoop anyway, but on the replay it clearly did. So
that's kind of a judgment in terms of that, whether it's going to go in or not. But I'm sure the official probably had a better view than all of us. So
Redskins in a bit of a hole here. Vanden Heuvel underneath puts it up and in.
Wapak doing a good job last couple times of looking inside and a
whistle and a charge as Hurlis lost control.
A little bit out of control for Hurlis on that situation.
For the Redskins, even though they're down, a dozen, they certainly can't go away from that inside game, even though it's not a quick strike.
No, being just to start at quarter number 2, they can't go away from their game plan yet. I mean, they're certainly by no means is this game over. Still a long way to go. So they just need to do a good job of defending and keep executing at the offensive end.
That was a nice soccer kick by the our cameraman over there.
Justin Orp, our cameraman under the far end.
The goalie action. So another turnover for the Redskins as they lose that one out of bounds in the number 4 for the Skins. And a whistle. Not sure what the call was there.
Kick.
Okay. Meyer with it at the top of the key to the opposite side. They go underneath now to Phillips. Chad Phillips shot no good. Now the Redskins trying to push it up court. Vanden Heuvel off the glass, won't go.
Good move though, good attempt.
Meyer tries to answer with a 3. It's no good. Hurlis from the outside. It's no good, and the Redskins get the board. Baller in the lane. It won't go. Second chance opportunity for Vanden Heuvel. His shot no good, but he draws the foul.
First 2 minutes here, Dan, in the second quarter, Wapak's done a better job at the defensive end, and certainly if they have any ideas of getting back into this, that's where it's got to start. They've done a good job with their positioning defensively, and those shots will fall, at the offensive end.
A good look at the foul there on the replay. Vanden Heuvel misses the first of his 2 foul shots. Buzzard comes out of the ball game to get a breather. Into the ball game, Adam Henderson. So that's a big offensive weapon that came off the floor for the Redskins.
I'm sure it'll be a quick one.
Vanden Heuvel knocks down the second one. Chad Phillips with it on the far side over to Reggie. To Meyer, and he does that's a nice dish underneath, but the shot no good for Moonshower. Down to the opposite end of the Redskins. It was not exactly the way you draw up the drive to the lane, but they avoid the turnover. Vandenheuvel shot no good, and the Cougars bring it back down. Easy lay-in there for Chad Phillips. One thing that's impressed me so far in this game is the vision that you talked about earlier of Van Wert. They see the court and they disperse the ball very well.
Yeah, they've done a good job. The spacing has a lot to do with that. Wapok just lost sight there. Chad Phillips there, 1 foot down, and they were able to capitalize.
13-point edge now for the Cougars. Bertram got shut down inside. He gets the ball slapped away, but it ends up in the hands of Fowler. Still trying to work it inside. Vandenheuvel has it taken away, but he draws a foul. That foul will go against Meyer. So Meyer, his first against 13 points. Buzzard back into the ball game for the Redskins. They go underneath to him, and he puts it off the glass and gets it to fall.
Good job of opening him up. Set a good screen there, and a good job of opening up, able to find the open seam there in the middle of the lane.
Buzzard down with 8. Redskins trying to control this Cougar offense down here. Meyer with it at the top of the key. 4 minutes to play, second quarter. And a 3 on the way from the corner, no good. Buzzard there with the board. On the way for the Redskins, and they get it to fall. Adam Henderson off the bench for 3.
Adam Henderson doing a good job there, is able to knock that down, cuts it back to an 8-point lead. That ball was tipped. It's going to stay here. Adam Henderson's been doing a great job here of late. He's now up to full-time varsity and seeing a lot more significant minutes, able to step up there and knock down the open shot.
Redskins now in the midst of an 8-2 run, make it an 8-4 run. They've closed the gap a little bit. Can't let them have those easy baskets like that one, though.
No, Chad Phillips had one a minute ago, and now Moonshower has that one, and has for Coach Bradley, 2 unexcusable mistakes.
Henderson with another 3, and he got it from the corner. Redskins starting to move the ball around a little bit.
Yeah, inside out there is Henderson once again able to make him pay. Good spacing though, and good execution there at the offensive end.
That ball off the hands of the Cougars will go out of bounds, so the Redskins will get the ball again. Those turnover numbers starting to even out a little bit.
I think that ball was tipped. I think it's going to stay with Van Wert.
Oh, okay, sorry. So all that stuff I said, you can ignore that. We'll just go on with the game.
You're allowed a mistake.
Hurlis with it, top of the key. Now Meyer will try the 3. It will rattle off, but a good second chance. Rebound for Van Wert, and Phillips drops it in from the side. He got tired of looking for options to pass it to, just decided to shoot it.
everybody kind of left the number one principle defense, don't leave the ball, and Wapak did, and able to convert.
For Phillips, that's 7 on the night. Henderson lost the handle in the corner. And a whistle and a shove over there.
His first, team's second.
If our numbers are right, Van Wert hasn't missed from outside the arc tonight in 4 attempts. Henderson will check out as Alex Greavy comes back in. Henderson gave him 6 quick ones off the bench. Now the Cougars with it. Hurlis between the circles. A 10-point lead for the Cougars. They go to the baseline. Shut down inside, and now back outside for the Cougars. Phillips thought about the shot. Now he'll dish it off to Hurlis. They go into the lane, and the turnaround up and good for A.J. Smith.
Able to find a seam there in the middle of the middle lane against that zone defense.
Now just a minute to play in the half. Cougars with a 12-point edge. Bertram backing it in. His shot blocked out of there. Moonshower came over to swat that one away. Phillips underneath Moonshower up against Temple, and it'll rattle around and fall in.
Wapak got it as close to 8 and back up to 12. Another turnover. There's now, we're under 30 seconds. Van Wert looks like they're going to be content to play for 1 shot.
Cougars will set up around the perimeter. They have Moonshower and A.J. Smith down underneath. Meyer got loose temporarily, but it'll be Phillips in the lane. His shot, no good. And time will expire here in the first half. So after 1 quarter of play, the Van Wert Cougars with a 35-21 lead. Stay tuned. We have the Game Face Ohio halftime show coming up for you next here on Game Face Ohio.
In a hurry in downtown Lima? Stop into the Elks Lodge on the corner of 81 and Northwest Street. The Elks Lodge has been serving some of the best food in Lima for decades, and we have now opened our doors to the public from 11 to 2, Monday through Friday. Come enjoy a fresh hand-breaded pork tenderloin for $3.95, a delicious Club 54 sandwich for only $5.25, or stop in on Thursday where we feature our slow-cooked prime rib dinner with a baked potato and salad for only $7.95. Lima Elks Lodge 54. Good food, good friends, good old 54.
Additional sponsors for tonight's broadcast include Jowett & Burton, estate, business, and litigation attorneys helping clients solve their legal and financial matters. Jowett & Burton, attorneys at law. Walmart of Wapakoneta, located at 1257 Bellefontaine Street. Save money, live better at Walmart. Stroh Johnson, certified public accountants. Trust, integrity, service. Stroh Johnson & Company.
Greavy Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram. More power, more control, more selection. Are you ready to experience the versatility of the all-new 2012 Jeep Patriot 4-wheel drive with perfect performance? Are you ready? Or experience the power of the new 2012 Dodge Ram? Do you have the guts? The glory? Ram. Greavy Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram in Van Wert. Are you ready?
Next week on Game Face Ohio. The Shawnee Indians take on the Wapakoneta Redskins in boys WBL action. Check your local listing for station availability. Tailgaters Drive-Thru, located just south of Lincoln Avenue on Defiance Street, has the best pizza in Wapakoneta. Tailgaters Drive-Thru is hot food, cold drinks. Tailgaters Drive-Thru on Defiance Street. We've got what you're looking for.
So, you think just because you're from a small town, you can't have everything that the big towns have? Wrong. At TSC, we offer over 300 digital cable channels to you right here in the heart of the Midwest. Surprised? Don't be. We're TSC. No contracts, no gimmicks, and everything is straightforward and down to earth. Order your digital cable package today, and the HD is free. Now you're talking smart.
Owen Kitchen and Bath Showroom has been family owned and operated since 1990. We can help you from start to finish with your entire project. Let one of our professional designers put the final touches on your project. Owen Kitchen and Bath now has 2 showrooms to better serve you in Wapakoneta and Lima. Owen Kitchen and Bath, cabinetry that will take your breath away at prices that won't. When you see an orange truck, you think G.A. Windsor & Son Company. But the next time you see an orange G.A. Windsor & Son truck, we want you to think green. Why green? Because G.A. Windsor & Son are the original recyclers. Using a modern fleet of trucks, G.A. Windsor & Son Company collects food co-products from restaurants, food retailers, and food manufacturers in Ohio, Indiana, Michigan, and Kentucky. These food co-products are used to manufacture quality livestock and pet care feed ingredients. So the next time you see an orange G.A. Windsor & Son truck, think green. Game Face Ohio's High School Hoops is brought to you by TSC, Greavy Sales and Service, Premier Event Concepts, Owen Kitchen and Bath, Tailgaters, Stolly Insurance, Amy Holgreave Photography, Jowert and Burton Attorneys at Law, Walmart of Wapakoneta, Stroh Johnson, G.A. Windsor & Son, and the Lima Elks.
Back here at Wapakoneta High School, we welcome you to the Game Face Ohio halftime show. And at the break, the Van Wert Cougars with a 35-21 lead. I'm Dan Hearn along with James Smith. And James, after the Redskins lost to Liberty Benton, Coach Bradley talked about a lack of defensive consistency. And I think we saw that here in the first half.
Yeah. If you separate quarter one from quarter two, quarter one, they lose sight of their man, didn't get back defensively, and in the second quarter they were able to control the tempo a lot better. A couple times they had defensive lapses and kind of cost them 6 to 8 points there in the second quarter, but at least controlled the tempo a little bit better. So we'll see what adjustments Coach Bradley makes here for the second half.
Redskins went on an 8-2 run during that second quarter. Unfortunately for them, the Cougars followed that up with a 9-3 run right after that, which pushed their lead back out to 14. So let's take a look at statistics from the first half, as we do always during the halftime show. And what strikes you about first half statistics here, James?
Well, first of all, for the 2-point field goals, basically overall field goal percentage of Van Wert, shooting the ball extremely well. Wapaw getting the attempts inside, just not able to convert inside 6-8 feet, and those shots will fall.
What has struck me was I thought that Wapak would have a little bit more dominance on the boards. I didn't see that in the first half.
Van Wert's doing a good job with both help side and positioning, as Van Wert's fighting for that positioning on the defensive block, and forcing Wapak to exert a lot of energy just to get the ball inside. So team defense by Van Wert caused a lot of trouble for Wapak.
We should remind you that our Game Face Ohio broadcasts are played later in the evening on TSC. They are at 10:30 p.m. and then they're available tomorrow morning on GameFaceOhio.com. The the following evening on WOSN at 5 o'clock, and then back on TSC on Tuesday at 7 and Wednesday at 1 p.m. So lots of opportunities for you to catch our ball games in various locations. That's going to wrap up our halftime show. When we come back, we'll have the start of the second half. As we send you to the second half, we have a look at first half highlights. You're watching high school basketball on Game Face Ohio.
At Greavy Sales and Service of Wapakoneta, Ohio, we value a customer who is determined to get what they want. Some might call you stubborn, obstinate, or even mule-headed. That's why we at Greavy Sales and Service are considered West Central Ohio's no-grief car dealer. We offer a 30-day satisfaction guarantee. See sales for details. With over 150 pre-owned vehicles in stock to choose from, with certified technicians to help you with all of your repair and maintenance needs. Greavy Sales and Service of Wapakoneta, Ohio, your no-grief car dealer.
In a hurry in downtown Lima? Stop into the Elks Lodge on the corner of 81 and Northwest Street. The Elks Lodge has been serving some of the best food in Lima for decades, and we have now opened our doors to the public from 11 to 2, Monday through Friday. Come enjoy a fresh hand-breaded pork tenderloin for $3.95, a delicious Club 54 sandwich for only $5.25, or stop in on Thursday where we feature our slow-cooked prime rib dinner with a baked potato and salad for only $7.95. Lima Elks Lodge 54. Good food, good friends, good old 54.
The Cougars have the lead 35-21 as we get set for the start of the second half. And James, the early leader for the Lima Elks player of the game is Jacob Myers, who had an outstanding first half.
Right now, he comes in averaging over 19 points a game. He's well on his way to his average. He's got 12 points and 2 rebounds here up to this point, and certainly doing a great job both ends of the floor.
We'll select the Lima Elks player of the game during the Game Face Ohio post-game show, so stay tuned for that. We'll also have the Owen Kitchen and Bath play of the game coming up for you as well. Well, the Redskins have a deficit to overcome here as we start the second half. They are down by 14. Phillips with a nice move to the bucket, but nothing to come from it there. And the Cougars reset. And Myers dished that one out, but I believe he was fouled before he got rid of the ball. It looks like they're going to give that one to Travis Bertram.
That'll be his first. Nobody really had foul trouble for either side up to this point.
Bertram had a strong game against St. Mary's a couple weeks ago. He was kind of a guy that they didn't look to for a lot of points, but he had a strong outing. He's got the duty of guarding Jacob Myers tonight. Underneath the steal for Greavy. He's going to get a look. Tried to throw it underneath. It went off the noggin of Vanden Heuvel. 1 One too many passes on that possession, maybe.
Right idea, just Bonenhubel wasn't looking for it.
Cougars get it to Meyer underneath. His shot no good, but right there for the putback is Moonshower. You know things are going your way when the ball hops for you like that.
Well, they're being the more aggressive team, and good things are going to happen usually when you're more aggressive.
Bonenhubel gets 2 shots at it, make it 3, and he got the final one.
Good job of sticking with it.
Down to the other end, and Meyer has the ball taken away from him by Bonenhubel. He's not exactly satisfied with that call.
Well, it's one of those that's a bang-bang play, and
take another look at it here, James. This is actually the Bonenhubel bucket. He had to work for that one. Bertram backing in against Hurlis. Off the glass, won't get it. Gets his own board. His second shot up, no good, and the rebound comes down to the Cougars.
They're getting the opportunities they want inside. Just not able to convert at the offensive end.
I think they've had more offensive rebounds in the 3 minute or 2.5 minutes they've been back out on the court than they did in the whole first half. Hurlis at the top of the key. And his pass goes off the leg of Buzzard or Temple. I couldn't tell which one. He'll lob that one into Phillips. Now the tempo control that the Redskins want may work against them now, because the Cougars with the with the big lead, they're not in a big hurry to score.
No, and they'll be patient at the offensive end. They'll look for the shot that they want.
Cougars doing a good job of moving the ball around. Now Meyer will go to the lane, and he draws the foul. Alec Temple, the guilty party. For him, that's his first.
Jacob Myers, 13 points up at this point, looking for point 14.
And he'll get that one. Our ball game tonight brought to you in part by TSC. Get quality and affordable cable TV service from TSC. For more information, visit telsurco.com. Second foul shot up and good as well. So 15 points now for Jacob Meyer. The Redskins looking for an answer on their end of the court. They get a foul. Gave that one to Chad Phillips. On the inbound. Greavy slips a little bit, trying to make the cut, but able to control the ball. They get it underneath. Buzzard shot no good. Slapped around, and it will end up going over to the Cougars. Finally touched by Andy Fowler underneath. You take care of everything on this end of the court. Broadcast the game.
Diving for loose balls over here and everything. Right. There's not too much I can't do down here.
Hurlis will take it back to the opposite end for the Cougars. Underneath they go, and Moonshower found himself all alone. Gets the easy deuce. Now a turnover for the Redskins. And an easy bucket there. Moonshower with 8 points on the night. And Hurlis also with 8. 43-23, the Cougars in command with 4 minutes to go in this third quarter. You're watching WVL basketball on Game Face Ohio.
It's your special day. Remember it forever with Premier Event Concepts, professional event and video production. Let us tell your love story.
Salami.
43-23 here in the third quarter. The Cougars in control, and Coach Bradley wanting to talk about things and the way they've progressed here in the third quarter. And James, what do you think he wants to talk about most?
Just keep it with the same consistency that helped get them back into the game through the middle of the second quarter. Defensive intensity, able to get stops at the defensive end, and able to execute better at the offensive end. Shots haven't fallen at the offensive end, so they hold that down and let it continue down to the defensive end, and then a mental lapse or physical lapse leads to an easy bucket.
Redskins will have the ball coming out of the timeout. Henderson back into the ball game. He gave them 6 quick points off the bench. This one will go out of bounds. The pass intended for Temple. And that will give Wapak 7 turnovers now.
Just needing to take one more dribble over to the, farther over to the right-hand wing to be able to create that angle to be able to get the ball inside the Temple. He had position, just not the correct angle.
Cougars underneath. Moonshower with the shot. Gets his own board. And the Cougars will reset as Hurlis brings it back out between the circles. Meyer with it. Drives the baseline. Throws the shot up. No good. And it looks like he'll draw another foul from Alec Temple. Here's a replay. And it looks like Temple didn't agree with that call. From here, and obviously we're a court length away, it didn't look like there was a lot of contact. But Meyer gets the foul shot there.
Well, that's a lot of times, Dan, the person that's usually more aggressive usually benefits at the end. So Jacob Meyer's doing a good job of taking the ball to the hole.
And for the Redskins, they make a couple of substitutions. It looks like they're going with a little bit smaller lineup out there now. Meyer knocks down that one. He's now 5 for 5 from the charity stripe. So for the Redskins, Greavy and Henderson, Fowler, Buzzard, and Miller on the court. And this pass intercepted by Hurlis and then tangled up by Henderson for the jump ball.
See right there, Dan, another example. Andy Fowler takes 2 dribbles to his left. He's able to create that angle to be able to get that pass into Henderson.
Alex Cook checks into the ball game for the Redskins. He will have it. Over to Fowler. And looking to get it underneath the buzzer, but he can't get any space underneath. Continue to work around the perimeter now underneath the buzzer, but it's tapped away by Smith and into the hands of Phillips. And the Cougars looking to the bench for instruction here as they have widened this gap to 45-23. Hurlis lobs it underneath. Moonshower back outside. And a whistle and a travel. So miscue there for the Cougars. And the 6th turnover of the night for the Cougars. Redskins bring a little bit more size back onto the court as Vanden Heuvel checks back into the game. Miller over to Vanden Heuvel. 2 minutes to play third quarter. three on the way, and no good for Buzzard, but there with the board is Miller. Cougars have done a pretty good job of defending this Redskin offense so far. You see a little bit of frustration on the part of the Redskins. Vandenheuvel with the jumper. No good. The rebound, Miller. Miller tries to go back up with it, and he gets the deuce.
Good effort there by Miller, able to get the offensive board and able to put it back in. You can see before you can blink, Van Wert already has the ball with Hurlis down the floor for a layup at the other end.
Hurlis with two more. That puts him in double digits. Yeah, that's got to be a little deflating for the Redskins. It took them so long to get their 2 points, and then for the Cougars to go down so quickly and match it. Henderson with it. Vandenheuvel will take another long jumper. That one no good. It'll be tipped around, and Moonshower comes down with it for the Cougars. And they have 23 seconds left here in this third quarter. They will likely play for the final shot here. Obviously, Vandenheuvel is out of his element a little bit, taking the long-range jumpers.
Still, though, I mean, at the same token, you got to be a threat. You got to look to score.
Phillips will try the jumper. It's no good. The rebound comes down to Buzzard as the third quarter comes to an end. After 3 quarters of play here in Wapak, it's the Cougars 47, the Skins 25. You're watching high school basketball on Game Face Ohio.
Looking for an easier way to pay the bills and balance the budget? There couldn't be an easier way than with TSC's Total Talk Plus. With Total Talk Plus, you can get Total Talk plus basic cable, Total Talk plus high-speed internet, or Total Talk plus basic cable and high-speed internet with costs starting as low as $59.95 per month. It doesn't get any easier than this. Talk soon.
Back here for the final frame in Wapak. Cougars in command of this WBL contest, leading 47-25. And James, you mentioned during the break the Cougars with another nice run in that third quarter.
Yeah, ended up 12-4 in favor of Van Wert. And, you know, with the lead that they have, they're able to show some patience at the offensive end, work out of their continuum offense and able to look for the shot that they want. And able to work the ball around, run some clock at the same time.
Our final broadcast of the regular season comes up next week. We'll be right back here in Wapak as Shawnee will come in to take on these Redskins. We'll have that one for you next week. Smith with a turnaround on the other end, and he drops it in. 2 more for him. I'll give him 4.
Good job there of recognizing what the defense has given you.
And a steal there for Phillips. Meyer thought about the 3, and then an errant pass underneath. He was looking for Wolford. One of the few miscues on the night for the Cougars.
Well, with a player like Jacob Myers, if you're a post player, you always got to have your hands ready for that pass.
A couple of substitutions for the Redskins as Bertram comes back into the game, along with Fowler. Fowler with it. DeGreevy on the baseline. Looks for help as he got shut down inside. They go underneath to Miller, and he is fouled going up. Miller will get a chance at the line. Foul will go on Nick Wolford. First shot is up and good. Van Wert coming into this one, obviously they don't have a chance to win the WBL with Defiance having such a great season. But the tournament coming up and a win helps them with the seed that they may end up with. So they will be happy to come away with a win here tonight. Bertram with it, top of the key. (49-27), the Cougars with the lead. Underneath, Miller tries to back it in. Can't get it to go, and Greavy is going to lose the handle as he tries to make a cut to the hoop. That's the 10th turnover for the Redskins here tonight. Hurlis down the court.
Smith got away with a pretty big walk there when he was trapped here in the corner right in front of us.
As it turns out, it goes to the opposite end, and Alex Greavy will commit his first foul of the night, sending Jacob Meyer to the stripe. And Meyer has been automatic at the stripe. Taking another look at that foul by Greavy. Meyer, like you said, James, being aggressive, going to the hoop, drawing the foul, and he has done all night.
Over the course of a game, you know, that's going to put the other team in a major disadvantage in terms of fouls and just outside defense. A lot of things, a lot of trouble that can create.
Well, Meyer missed both foul shots, but the ball ends up back in the hands of the Cougars, so that's the kind of night it's been for the Redskins. Meyer, top of the key, thought about the shot. And the Cougars obviously not in any hurry to make a move. They just want to drain time off the clock and get a good look. Hurlis with it between the circles. Underneath they go, and A.J. Smith will lay it off the glass.
Hurlis doing a good job there of able to find the open man.
Some crowd participation over there.
Pretty fortunate as there were small kids right in the general area. Fortunately, they didn't get ran over.
Timeout going to be taken here. The Redskins find themselves on the short end, 51-27. You're watching high school basketball on Game Face Ohio.
For over 100 years, the Stolly Insurance Team has been looking out for you.
We have access to major insurance companies all over the country. But together, we can customize an insurance program that will offer you the best coverage for the best premiums.
Let us look out for you. Give us a call for a personalized proposal today.
Proudly featuring Motorist Insurance, Stolly Insurance in Lima, Wapak, Salina, and Lakeview. Representing Motorist Insurance Group and other fine insurance companies. Stolly Insurance.
At Greavy Sales and Service of Wapakoneta, Ohio, we value a customer who is determined to get what they want. Some might call you stubborn, obstinate, or even mule-headed. That's why we at Greavy Sales and Service are considered West Central Ohio's no-grief car dealer. We offer a 30-day satisfaction guarantee. See sales for details. With over 150 pre-owned vehicles in stock to choose from, with certified technicians to help you with all of your repair and maintenance needs. Greavy Sales and Service of Wapakoneta, Ohio, your no-grief car dealer.
Back here in Wapak, the Redskins find themselves in a hole, but they have the ball now. Trailing 51-27. And Buzzard will try the three and got it on the right side. to the other end, and Meyer has that one slapped away by Vandenheuvel. And a little bit of discussion before they make that call. Here's another look at it. This will be coming right into your living room.
I think it's just a discussion was whether or not one of the officials had a foul or the other one just out of bounds.
It looked like the right call. Hurlis with it for the Cougars. That one's going to be tipped out of bounds over to the Redskins. Greavy brings it down court. Bertram in the lane. Nice dish to Buzzard on the baseline, and he puts it up and in for 2. And for Buzzard, that'll give him 13 on the night. Hurlis to the other end, lays it up and in. This Cougar team doesn't waste any time getting down the court.
They're well coached, and they recognize the little 1-2-2 press that Wapak was in, and doing a good job of finding the open man, getting the ball in the middle of the floor, and then looking to get to the rim.
Foul called on Buzzard there as he tried to create a little extra space. Unfortunately for him, the official was standing directly behind him. The only person that had a better view of that was the guy that was being fouled. And a whistle and a jump ball here. Cougars will have the possession arrow here. So they will inbound in front of the Wapak bench. Again, we'll be back here next Friday night as the Redskins host Shawnee. I'll have that ball game for you on TSC next Friday evening. Whistle and a timeout going to be taken by the Cougars. 3.5 minutes left in this one, and the Cougars in control. You're watching high school basketball on Game Face Ohio.
Additional sponsors for tonight's broadcast include Jowett & Burton, estate, business, and litigation attorneys helping clients solve their legal and financial matters. Jowett & Burton, attorneys at law. Walmart of Wapakoneta, located at 1257 Bellefontaine Street. Save money, live better at Walmart. Stroh Johnson, certified public accountants. Trust, integrity, service. Stroh Johnson & Company.
Three and a half minutes stand between the the Cougars and their 5th WBL win of the season. As they are in control here in Wapakoneta. They will improve to 12-4 overall and 5-2 inside the WBL. The Redskins on the other side, 2-5 inside conference play and 5-12 on the year. This is a pretty experienced Cougar group. They have, as Phillips drops that one in the lane, they have 5 seniors on this roster, and they look like a group that's played together for quite some time.
Yeah, you know, games, this isn't their first rodeo, so to speak, and you know, they've played together for a while, and they know how each other, they played enough with each other, they know where each other's going to be at on the floor. They know what each other's strengths and tendencies are, and they work towards that, trying to better each other, put each other in a better situation to be successful.
Stay tuned after the ball game. We'll select the Lima Elks player of the game and the Owen Kitchen and Bath play of the game. That'll be coming up during the Game Face Ohio post-game show, which comes up immediately after our ball game. Quick reach there by Vandenheuvel. He is going to be tagged with another foul. Actually, that's his first. So Chad Phillips will go to the stripe. And he misses that one, so the rebound comes down to the Redskins. Greavy with the three, up and good. Greavy, now 5 on the night. The Redskins not giving up. They're still putting on the defensive pressure. Easy lay in there for Wolford. And he picks up the foul as well. There's another look at it. Another good look given to you by our camera guys. Cougars have not been able to take advantage of the foul shots here in the last couple of trips. Baller with a nice dish underneath the Vandenheuvel, who puts it off the glass for 2. And a timeout going to be taken by the Redskins. Under 2 minutes to play here in this one, and a 20-point edge for the Cougars. You're watching high school basketball on Game Face Ohio.
When you see an orange truck, you think GA Windsor & Son Company. But the next time you see an orange GA Windsor & Son truck, we want you to think green. Why green? Because GA Windsor & Son are the original recyclers. Using a modern fleet of trucks, GA Windsor & Son Company collects food co-products from restaurants, food retailers, and food manufacturers in Ohio, Indiana, Michigan, and Kentucky. These food co-products are used to manufacture quality livestock and pet care feed ingredients. So the next time you see an orange GA Windsor & Son truck, think green.
1:59 left in our ball game. The Cougars with a 20-point lead here in Wapak. And the Cougars will have the ball here as we come out of the break. A lot of substitutions for the Cougars. And Markwood had the ball in the lane. He turned around and see Vandenheuvel and thought better of going toward the hoop.
Yeah.
He gives away a few inches and pounds to that guy. On the baseline, loose ball, and Vandenheuvel comes away with it. Bertram to the baseline, lays it off the glass for 2. Cougars will push it back up court. That ball smacked around a little bit.
Looks like he stepped out of bounds, Dan. It's going to turn over back over to Wapak.
Follow with it. Looking for help now. And he doubled up. So a turnover for the Redskins. We have a minute left to play in this one. Cougars still doing a good job pushing it up the court. And Vidlak will lay it in for his first 2 of the night. At the top of the key, and Bertram is going to be fouled. Foul will go on Chad Phillips. I'm not sure about that foul, James, at that point.
Well, it is what it is at this point, Dan. So, 19-point game. I don't think it's really going to have any bearing on the final outcome. But
Bertram hits the first one. Trying to get his 4th point of the night, and he does. And he'll get one more. Temple back into the ball game for the Redskins, along with Henderson. And Bertram back to the stripe for his 3rd foul shot. It is hard off the front of the iron. Temple couldn't control the rebound. And a whistle and a foul. One's going to go on Bertram.
We'll send Kyle Keever to the line.
Keever, a late substitution in the ball game.
This will be Kyle's first free throw attempt of the season in varsity action.
And it won't go. We'll have to wait till his next foul to get that first free throw bucket. Gravy fouled trying to make that pass. And I think they're going to give that one to Wolford. Seems that the officials maybe have forgotten that it's a 18-point game. Gravy with the jumper, no good off the back of the iron, and the rebound comes down to the Cougars. And a loose ball now. Everybody on the floor. Gravy comes up with it, and then he is fouled. Caleb Markward, guilty party there. So Caleb, his first foul, and the fifth on the Cougars. Henderson with it. And Bertram will launch a long three. Did you hear him call bank?
I didn't hear it, but I'm sure he probably said it.
Final seconds ticking away here in Wapakoneta. And the final score in our ball game tonight. It's the Cougars 59 and the Redskins 44. Stay tuned. The Game Face Ohio postgame show is coming up next.
Owen Kitchen and Bath Showroom has been family owned and operated since 1990. We can help you from start to finish with your entire project. Let one of our professional designers put the final touches on your project. Owen Kitchen and Bath now has 2 showrooms to better serve you in Wapakoneta and Lima. Owen Kitchen and Bath, cabinetry that will take your breath away at prices that won't.
In a hurry in downtown Lima? Stop into the Elks Lodge on the corner of 81 and Northwest Street. The Elks Lodge has been serving some of the best food in Lima for decades, and we have now opened our doors to the public from 11 to 2, Monday through Friday. Come enjoy a fresh hand-breaded pork tenderloin for $3.95, a delicious Club 54 sandwich for only $5.25, or stop in on Thursday where we feature our slow-cooked prime rib dinner with a baked potato and salad for only $7.95. Lima Elks Lodge 54. Good food, good friends, good old 54.
At Greavy Sales and Service of Wapakoneta, Ohio, we value a customer who is determined to get what they want. Some might call you stubborn, obstinate, or even mule-headed. That's why we at Greavy Sales and Service are considered West Central Ohio's no-grief car dealer. We offer a 30-day satisfaction guarantee. See sales for details. With over 150 pre-owned vehicles in stock to choose from, with certified technicians to help you with all of your repair and maintenance needs. Greavy Sales and Service of Wapakoneta, Ohio, your no-grief car dealer.
Book your next getaway at tripsportstravel.com. Find great deals on cruises, flights, hotels, rental cars, everything you need for your dream vacation, right here at tripsportstravel.com. Tripsportstravel.com. Save more money.
Tailgaters Drive-Thru, located just south of Lincoln Avenue on Defiance Street, has the best pizza in Wapakoneta. Tailgaters Drive-Thru is hot food, cold drinks. Tailgaters Drive-Thru on Defiance Street. We've got what you're looking for.
So, you think just because you're from a small town, you can't have everything that the big towns have? Wrong. At TSC, we offer over 300 digital cable channels to you right here in the heart of the Midwest. Surprised? Don't be. We're TSC. No contracts, no gimmicks, and everything is straightforward and down to earth. Order your digital cable package today, and the HD is free. Now you're talking smart.
It's your special day. Remember it forever with Premier Event Concepts, professional event and video production. Let us tell your love story.
Back here in Wapakoneta for the Game Face Ohio post-game show. I'm Dan Hearn along with James Smith. And James, a game that we thought might be a little closer than this, but the Cougars were able to use their experience, and they took control of this game early and didn't let up.
Yeah, we talked numerous times throughout the broadcast about senior-laden team, and certainly they controlled the tempo through that first quarter, able to jump on top of the Redskins and really never looked back from that point.
Redskins had a few streaks in there where they did a lot of things right, but the problem was that they didn't do that consistently through the whole game.
Yeah, credit Van Wert for executing. At the same time, Wapak had their chances. Just a couple of miscues here, miscue there, and certainly that leads to easy points at the other end.
All right. Well, we always select a player of the game during the Game Face Ohio post-game show, and tonight that player of the game, brought to you by the Lima Elks, will be Jacob Meyer, who had an outstanding game. 17 points, couple boards, and assist, and he was the guy that got away from that Wapakoneta defense early and made them pay for it. Yeah,
he was certainly aggressive all night, and his teammates did a good job. You can see there he came off the screen and got his shoulders squared and able to knock down a jumper. Certainly an all-around team effort, and he's a beneficiary of teammates getting the ball in the right position.
The Lima Elks player of the game, brought to you by the Lima Elks. It's located at the corner of 81 and Northwest Street in Lima. The general public is welcome for lunch from 11 to 2 Monday through Friday for daily lunch specials and some of the best food in Lima. Elks Lodge 54, good food, good times, good old 54. And now we will take a look at the Owen Kitchen and Bath play of the game. And here you have this one coming right at you. It'll be Hurlis off the glass, and that kind of represents what the Cougars were able to do to the Redskin defense tonight.
Yeah, when Wapak was able to convert the offense and then able to get in their press, Van Wert did a good job of finding someone in the middle of the floor, and then when they got to that point, attack the rim, and usually good things happen for Van Wert.
Owen Kitchen and Bath is the sponsor of our play of the game. Come and visit their stunning showrooms in Lima and Wapakoneta and let the professionals at Owen Kitchen and Bath design and install your next dream project. And finally, James, let's take a look at the statistics for tonight's ball game. And in a game that's decided by this many points, spread that out. And here they are.
Well, first thing that jumps out to me is field goal percentage. Both teams shot well from behind the arc, but 2-point field goal percentage. I'm not a very good mathematician, but Van Wert's right around the ballpark of 66%, 2 out of 3, and Wapak right around 1 out of 3. So, math tells me right there that Van Wert did a lot better job of executing in the half-court set.
Doubled up on the assists, did the Cougars, and we saw that tonight. They really moved the ball around well all night long, so that was something they took advantage of as well. Well, the Cougars with an impressive WBL win, and we want to thank our sponsors for allowing us to be here. And they include the Telephone Service Company, Tailgaters, Premier Event Concepts, Owen Kitchen and Bath, G.A. Windsor & Sons, Greavy Sales and Service, Stolly Insurance Group, the Lima Elks, Greavy Chrysler, Amy Holgrave Photography, Jarrett and Burton, Attorneys at Law, Walmart, and the Stroh's Johnson Company. We also want to extend a special thanks to the Wapakoneta AD, Brad Rex, who has helped us out throughout the year with our broadcast. Thanks as well to our crew tonight, our producer Todd Utrip, our technical director Adam Dell, our replay technician Paul Briggs, and our statistician Alan Metzger. For James Smith, I'm Dan Hearn. Thanks for joining us tonight. The final score, it was the Van Wert Cougars 59 and the Wapakoneta Redskins 44. You've been watching high school basketball on Game Face Ohio.